Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo! Toodaloo. Wanna come over for tea? Toodaloo. One client,
So,
two
guys.
clients, three clients.
Let's go to complete this SHUMERU section.
She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished.
Let's finish this one. सब भरा छोड़ा भाई.
Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she?
अरे यार.
What should we do now? All right then. It's not like we have anyone else we can ask. Even if she's not very friendly, we just need her to point us in the right direction. That's all. Oh. It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice.
Indian theme.
Maybe living here wouldn't be... Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel anything.
क्या हो रहा है भाई तुझे? क्या हो रहा है?
What's happening? Traveler? This is no time for a nap. Oh,
Come on, wake up. Oh shit, I'm here again. Please show me the route. क्या भाई कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. मैं कुछ खोल ही नहीं पा रहा हूँ भाई. अबे भोजड़ी क्या I thought so.
Are you sure it's not serious? A Traveler's been out.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Hyman was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what...
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by... My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no thanks are necessary. I didn't do anything, really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up. Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter?
Yere.
Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. I'll get it for you once I am finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the Guide to Avidia Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board, but if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others...
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly. So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well. It is common practice for SHUMERU scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training in meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as Spirit Borneal to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the Spirit Borneal I just mentioned. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences, or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room, and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on, and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure. Let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own, at least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell. Okay? Good. Now, continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in SHUMERU and we're already... Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over... What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tighnari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that? Oh, Paimon gets it now. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what... But it seems like asking Tighnari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in SHUMERU. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
What a bum.
All right, next let's see your right hand. Not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful, understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... Well, you understand.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Tighnari, we're ready to head out.
Got it! I'll be right there! All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tighnari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, Traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual. What a cute treasure! With the wind. Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard to reach. By the way, Kale.
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusan?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Arc?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarastana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then...
Huh? You're not too sure? But
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru.
maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case...
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something. Because...
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment. But if you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and... Sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but...
Sorry. I was...
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber's, so...
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be... Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. So that's why you're here.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? Alright, we have a statue.
You both have my thanks. Well, you two are up there cleaning. I'll go check the facility.
At it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? The name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, let's get started on cleaning the statue. Nice work! We're back!
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some...
Yay! Food! What kind of good... Hey! Don't be a party pooper! It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them. Whoops!
Ah! No! You dropped it on the ground!
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there. Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something...
You really know how to comp. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of...
Yay!
Oh!
So, Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may see... I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. But Master... Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called... Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants. See? But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be... Seems you already know him well. Anyway, I'm sure the sages were not happy about his response. Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking... In fact, Master's the one who...
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, "Why, oh why? Is he going to die?"
Hey! Don't! Hey! Now even Kale's starting to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some Paimonial wrath!
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean...
No, I just...
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm... I'm fine. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharvaville. I think Master and the others should...
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden?
silly.
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes. I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
The rainforest climate is far more pleasant than that of the desert.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood.
When the sun's out, bathe in...
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No, no need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep at... All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because, well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the—
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of SHUMERU. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you already are familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led her to break down this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the Forest Rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. Alright, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to...
Alright, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as the Nilot Pala Lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly...
Nilot Pala Lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. The Nilot Pala Lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should... There should be Nilot Pala Lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered...
Alright, we've gathered enough Nilot Pala Lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey, Tainari! We found the lotuses you requested.
Let me have a look. Good. Very good. These are all excellent. I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on other things I need.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The Withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the...
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in SHUMERU. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the SHUMERU rainforest. It's called the Withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. As Amir said,
That's right. Only someone with a vision can venture within a wither, but you don't seem...
Don't worry, he may not... Don't sweat it.
wait, you've met other forest rangers before? Anyway, since you two are experienced adventurers...
Hey, look! That gloomy area over there looks like a withering zone. Even though Paimon's seen one before, it's still kinda scary.
All right, Traveler. We're about to enter the Withering Zone. Since you already have experience dealing with these things, you should already know what to do. But please remember, don't push yourself. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a... You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the Withering Zone.
Trainee Forest Ranger call.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Into the fire! Time to go! Win it! Nice and spicy! No, my sword! Out of the frying pan! Go!
Now! Destroy the tumor of the withering! Yes. Thanks to you two, we were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, if that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, this and most...
Huh?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in SHUMERU for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. Oh, by the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that... I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. And as for the Withering, Its emergence is... That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long... I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time, until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh? Wait, is that... Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She...
Oh, her? How could we forget?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let... Huh? All Paimon sees are
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey,
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as... I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these.
wait, you want us to bring her the rations?
Let's find out. Here, traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not... But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay this...
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly and if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw when you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all, though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for... My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneal are aimed at a...
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. Please, wait here for a moment. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll... Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her, and she'll answer any questions you may have. No, I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
awesome catch was great. Definitely have enough for a grand feast this time.
Yesterday, a total of 5 dusk birds flew by.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
When I don't have much to keep me occupied, old thought patterns start to creep back in, and as soon as I start talking about it, the flashbacks start. Does this mean...
Hello? Hypatia? Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. There you are! Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait, why does it look super fun? Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh. Wow, this place is huge! Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
sword. Rain outlines your face.
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
भाई इनाजुआ में कैसे डायरेक्ट
With the wind. With the wind.
line's your fate. No, my sword!
What in Teyvat is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute! Hey! What's the matter? You don't look so good!
According to today's Forest Patrol route map, we need to head here first, then make our way over to there? was a lot of writing.
Strange place. Plotting.
Try this on the side. Nice and spicy.
No, my sword! Rain cutter! Time to go! Huh?
The end will come.
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial? Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last.
What do we do? Oh, there she is! Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Anyways. Whoa! Wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
I see. So, I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all the...
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips.
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living there?
Oh? So you're able to...
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and so...
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before, and you needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your...
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have... I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connect... Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the... In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh!
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Ermin's... Sorry about that.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves. All right, we're up, Traveler.
Sounds...
Rain outlines your... Booba, get them!
All done. Let's use the... Oh...
No, my sword!
Are you already finished cooking? Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Ermin's soul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the Academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spend their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make spirit-born ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers naturally. Anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of—
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such—
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sense. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spirit-born Ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry, though. It appears you've already technically, you—
Well, that's—
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as—
Whoa! You're really serious!
As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in SHUMERU have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities, that's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will become—
Whoa! So knowledge from Irminsul could be super dangerous!
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Arc. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself. And they have the curious power to make people—
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in SHUMERU can ever dream.
Oh. Is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in SHUMERU. Adults, however, never— The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often— Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their— The fact that the people of SHUMERU do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the God of Wisdom, is keeping us away. I was born into a family of scholars in SHUMERU City. Ever since I was a child, I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the Academia, and went on to become a researcher. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. But I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't— Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to—
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he's—
Sorry. I'm— If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have— If you two are ever in the area, there's no need to be thanking me. You two are my—
Now that we know Hypatia is alright,
Ad Astra Abyssal. Thank you for completing today.